using Powtoon.
Hello and welcome to the Google Drive video tutorial. I'll be presenting the professional development via screencast in order to allow you to access it at a convenient time for you. Please remember to access the questionnaire after completing the tutorial, and I'll guide you through that process as well. In this video, I plan to introduce Google Drive, discussing its features with a concentration on Google Docs. My objectives include demonstrating how to access the drive, create a document within the drive, make connections to familiar software, that being Microsoft Word, use the share feature, and create folders within the drive to organize your work. By the conclusion of this tutorial, I hope you have a feeling of comfort accessing and using Google Drive. Okay, before I begin, I just want to offer you some reasons as to why I'm suggesting that you make use of the Drive over Microsoft Office. Number one, it's free and it has all the features of Office and then some. Number two, it serves as a cloud storage service that you can access from any device with internet capabilities. Number three, you can upload and store any type of file or folder, PDF, music, images, and it saves your work automatically, which is a great feature. Number four, you can collaborate in real time and see changes as they appear. And finally, you can share files or folders and choose whether the receiver can view, edit, or comment. Let's get started. So this is the sign-in page that everyone is familiar with. And once we sign in, usually it loads right up to your email. So what you want to do is look for this little grid feature here and just click it, and we want Drive. Okay, if you haven't accessed the Drive, you should see a little text version of Getting Started with Google Drive that you can check out if you're interested. Today we're going to focus on, let me slide this over a little. There we go. So today we're going to focus on the creation of a document within Google Drive. You can also upload a document from, let's say, Word and continue to edit and make changes here. In order to do that, you would click the Upload button located here. But for today's purposes, we're going to actually create a document. So we would click Create and then Document. Okay, and here you'll see your untitled document with a document that looks very similar to Microsoft Word. Notice the similarities. You have your menu bar, you have your button bar. You'll see the familiar buttons. This is where you would change your font, your size, bold, italic, underline, font color. Here you would insert a hyperlink, nice and easy. This is a insert comment, which we'll get back to. You'll see your justification, your line spacing, your bullets, your indent, and finally you can clear all the formatting. Okay, right now we should definitely get into the habit of naming our document as soon as we open it. I'm just going to call this one example for our purposes here. So once I do that, now I have a name to my document. Notice that as I type into the document, you'll see that the file is constantly being saved. So if you look here, you'll see that everything I type is being saved, and then it'll tell you that all changes have been saved to the drive so that you know if your computer crashes or if you click out by accident, your document is saved. There's no need to start all over. As with Microsoft Word, Docs allows you to insert pictures and images. Let's have a look at that real quick. You can insert images into your document. The difference here is that you can do this for multiple destinations. You can upload, You can take a picture if you have those capabilities. You can do it by the link. You can choose one from your album. You can search right from here, which is a nice feature. Um, so you could select a picture right from the internet. Let's say you're having students look up information on a cheetah or images for a cheetah. So you can just click on the one you like, select it, and it's automatically inserted into your document. Another great feature of Docs is the research under Tools. So again, if you're having your students research, I'm just going to use the same topic for here. So now you can see the web results that generated from Cheetah. And there's a couple of nice features here too. If you just mouse over, you can preview the page, you can insert the link, and you can actually cite the source. Check this out. If you cite the source, it gives you a little footnote, if you notice here. And then we can actually see the citation down at the bottom. I actually just learned that feature and I love it. I think it's a wonderful resource. Finally, I want to show you the share feature. The share feature allows for collaboration, whether it be student to student or student teacher collaboration. What you want to do is click this blue share button. And here you have a link where you can copy and paste that to your website. Here is where you can change who has access. If you want it to be public on the web, anyone with the link, just with school members. So I'm just going to say specific people. I'm going to share it with myself actually. And when you click here to import people, you can click down and say they can edit it, they can only comment on it, or they can only view it, which is a nice feature. So I'm going to share it with myself in a different account. Okay, and I did give myself permission to edit that document. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to the other account. You will get an email notification saying that someone has shared a document with you. Let me just show you that. Okay, and here is the document. You can also just click into your drive and click incoming also, or shared with me, sometimes it's called. That will also give you the same document. Okay, so now as I'm looking at this, I can say, I don't like what was written here. So I want to change the title. I think I deleted my picture by accident while I was working on that. But as you can see, I can make changes to the document. And here I am as my other account. Also, you can see whoever has access to the actual document up here. As I said before, we would get back to the comments. I like to do this with my students when they turn in a piece of work. I can say, you know, this needs editing. Or this needs improvement. Whatever you want to write. And then you comment. And when they open back up the document, they see your comment. And the last thing that I wanted to talk to you about was just creating a folder to organize your work. So you can feel comfortable here. Just go ahead and this window up so you can see what I'm talking about. You can feel comfortable here just clicking out of there. You know that it was saved. I promise. I know that's a little bit of a scary thing to do. So I'm going to come back here to my drive, and you'll see again, sometimes it says new. Um, in other ones it says create. So basically the same thing. You want to create a new folder to house our work that we just created. And once you have that new folder, you can click and drag your work into the folders. And it tells you example has been moved from my drive to example. So now if you open up your example folder, there's your document. I almost forgot to show you one more thing. If you click on the comments section, you will see the thread of comments. This is where you can make sure, if you're having students work collaboratively, that each person is taking part. Okay, if you'll notice, it's me obviously, but this is one account and this is my other account. So you can actually see who and when somebody has made changes to the document. So that's a nice feature as well. This concludes my intro to Google Drive and Google Docs. If you would, please access my website so that I can get a little bit of feedback or criticism or helpful hints. And I'll show you where that's located. If you are on my website, I have a link for professional development. And right there is your Google Drive tutorial feedback form. And once you submit this, it will come straight to me. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.